Mikel, obviously a frustrating afternoon for you. What are your feelings immediately after?
Yeah, we obviously wanted to win the game. We knew the game was going to be very tough, very close as well, for the way that they play. We created 4 big chances and a clear penalty, but we weren't able to win the game.
I want to talk about the penalty because I felt as I was watching it that the only decision was whether the ball was in play or not. Yeah. I didn't feel handball was even in doubt. It clearly looked like it.
Well, I just seen the reps. I think it's a clear intention to keep the ball inside, so it's a clear penalty. So I don't understand why it's not been given.
2 league games running now where you haven't managed to just find that little bit of magic or the final ball or the finish. That's frustrating because you're in a great position, but it could have been better.
It is, and we could have been better, but as well is what's happening all around the league to every single team. So, we have to improve and do better, and especially when you create 4 big chances, the one we have created, you have to put them away.
And you went through, all the options you have. You have more options probably in your Arsenal squad this season than you've ever had. Do you feel that all those guys are they in a position to just give that little bit of spark, or is there a bit of a dip at this time because there's so many games?
No, for sure they are, and so willing to do it. You have to produce that moment. We have produced certain moments. Credit to them as well, because they are very well organized and they disrupt your momentum in a really clever way as well all the time, and you need to cope with that. We knew that, and we tried to at the end find a goal, because I don't think we conceded a single shot again. But that's the margins, and we didn't find the way to win it.
My last question is, had Saka's header gone in? What a fantastic header that was. It's a great save as well, by the way. But Bukayo Saka with a kind of number 9 centre-forward header is a great header.
Yes, it is. Or the big chance that Gabi has with an empty goal, or Declan as well, or Mikel Merino has as well. So, yeah, that's the moment that you have to put the ball in the back of the net and win the game, and unfortunately we haven't managed to do that.
Thank you. Good luck. Thanks.
Yeah, what really stands out for me there is the fact that he says it was a clear penalty. Yeah, so a huge save there from Sal's, huge contribution, player of the match award for him as well. Ray, I want to just remind you that the last time Arsenal were 9 points clear, because they could have been 9 points clear today, you were in the team.
Is that right?
It was the Invincibles season.
It was a long time ago, but
it was the
Invincibles, yeah, 2004.
It could have been the case today. What does it tell you that they weren't able to go 9 points clear?
Well, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you don't lose the game, and at times Forest did push and had a couple of opportunities, but it's a difficult place to play, City Ground, and they really was up for it tonight. But Mikel will be disappointed, because that was a big statement to make, to go 9 points clear. But 7 points is still a good position to be in. I know Villa have got to play tomorrow and they could close it to 4 points. But I think the lads will be disappointed, but now all sights will be on their next game. That's all you can do. You can't change what's happened. You can say we should have created more chances at times and got in behind the Forest defence a little bit better. But as you're walking off that pitch, you're disappointed. But tomorrow, you forget about that and we'll look for the next game. That's all you can do.
Yeah, back-to-back goalless draws for them in the Premier League. The last time that happened, Mikel Arteta was still a player.
Good stat, Jules.
Well, you're doing very good, Jules, today.
Oh, we have a great stats department, I have to say.
Do you know what? I wouldn't say it's the pressure and the magnitude of it, but it's different now. They're not chasing. They're the leaders. They've been the best team in the Premier League, best team in the Champions League. I wouldn't even say they've had a little wobble. I just think they haven't been at their best. And you'd have to say, I thought Nottingham Forest today were terrific. Defended really well, put them under a lot of pressure. But I think if they've got the squad that they have, with the options to change it in a game, I just feel that that's a game they should be winning. I don't think they tested the goalkeeper enough. Sales, okay, he made a good save, but he only made 3, Jules. He should be peppered. They should have had loads of shots, and I just don't think they put enough pressure on Nottingham Forest defensively. When they made those runs in behind and put those passes behind, I thought they looked more dangerous, but everything was in front of Nottingham Forest, so I think it's something Mikel will look at and think, right, how can we create more? Set piece offs, we know they're great, but they need to create more from open play.
Well, what does that come down to, do you think? Not just the way that they play.
For them, Stephen, today, especially given the West Ham result earlier and the players finding that out just before they started.
Yeah, that would have given them a huge lift for sure, especially with West Ham leading the game and looking as if they could have took something out of the game. So before the game, that would have given them a good lift going into this game, because it was a difficult game for them today, playing the champions here, with them having the opportunity to stretch the lead at the top. So a lot of focus will be on Arsenal not taking that opportunity, but we can't disrespect the performance that these Forest players have put in today. To a man all over the pitch defensively, they were well drilled, well organised. Sean Dyche deserves a lot of credit for that. They've had some stick over the set-piece form this season. They had a lot through at them today. They were getting bodies in front of it. The keepers pulled off a world-class save. So they deserve a lot of credit today, and this is a huge point. This point will feel like a win in that Forest dressing room.
Why do you feel that Arsenal failed to capitalise on the opportunity that they had today, Martin?
Gilt-edged opportunities, not taking them in the moment. That's really what it came down to today. Of course, you're making those chances. The goalkeeper seemed inspired. Certainly the save from Saka was top level. He's reminding me of Peter Shilton back in the day at this ground. Sean Dyche coming out. It'd be interesting. Sean, well done.
Good to see you. Congratulations. A big point for your side, especially after the pressure West Ham put on you at the start of the game.
No, there's no pressure of that. We can't affect their results, you know. We can't play for them as well. So don't worry about that.
Keep that away from the players, Sean.
No, not at all. No, not at all. It's the reality of the game, isn't it? Yeah. It's our challenge here and nothing to do with anyone else.
What was key in you getting that point against the league leaders?
Well, you have to do all the basics right. You know, your shape has to be good, the energy has to be good, the commitment to the cause, and it's not easy. You know, they're obviously they're having a great season. They're a threat, and they can open you up in different ways. So it's about the shape, really. And like I say, the basic principles of staying in your shape, working, press and recover, as I call it. And I thought overall we did it well.
They really started to rack up the chances in the second half. Just how well did your players stand up to that?
I thought they did well. I mean, you expect it. It's unlikely they're not going to make any chances. You know, at home even, you might have to play on the break. You might have to play more of like an away style at home. It's sometimes the case in the Premier League, you know, and it's the players have delivered a very good performance against the top side in the sense of, you know, not enough threat to win it, but you're looking for a breakaway, you're looking for a moment, maybe a set piece in games like this, and we kept a clean sheet, which against these is not an easy task at the minute.
Was your heart in your mouth with the penalty call? He was shouting penalty, by the way.
I wouldn't be. I mean, I wouldn't. Tell you what, I've had a look at
I thought it would have been soft, by the way. I thought you deserved that little bit of luck, if it was a bit of luck, because I thought to a man, the performance, tactically, I thought your team was soft.
I think if these start getting given, we got to leave it. You know, it's ridiculous.
But in this day and age, your heart must have been in your mouth.
I know, but no. I just, well, you never know, but I think that's ridiculous.
I agree.
You know what I mean? We've got to be careful with this, haven't we? You know. And then when I thought you were going to say Alwyn. No, I thought you were going to say Alwyn. It's right on the line of the box.
Yeah.
He says outside, he's already in full flight. He gets pulled. He's going into the box. He's going to get there.
You've seen them given, though. You have seen them given.
What given?
What, the handball there?
Yeah, you might as well cancel football. You might as well cancel football if you can do that.
Come on.
No, I'm being serious. In your day, would you have accepted that?
Well, no, but that's not.
No, I don't think
we're now playing in this era, and we have to, you know.
No, the rules have to be careful.
I don't think it was a natural movement towards the ball, but I'd be happy if, in your situation.
Until they should start looking at people feigning injury. That's the next one. Well, that's the new diving. I wouldn't worry about the handballs.
Just going back to the tactics, you brought Sangera into the team today. And you must have been really impressed with his performance, and he's been a big miss for you.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good player, and he's fitted in with what we want to do. Elliot, I thought, was terrific today. Elliot Anderson, I thought he's like Rolls Royce. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I thought was terrific.
He gave the unsung work from energy, didn't he?
Yeah.
Travelling with the ball, getting you up the pitch. I thought Callum Hudson-Odoi. He would have been my man of the match, actually.
Yeah.
Is he back to his
Dominguez, without possession, Dominguez, the work he does, fantastic team player. We need that. We need that blend of players. You know, it's not just about one player.
Is this the base for you now? Obviously, you've got a lot of European games as well in the mix, but the games you got coming up, Brentford, Leeds, is that the basis defensively to try and build and get some points?
We haven't come that far away. I mean, you probably saw the decision against Man City. I don't like talking about referees, but but if you come away with a point there, it's another good point, and you're worthy of it, and I think today we were.
Definitely.
They have a couple of chances, but your goalkeeper makes a great save, one of them, and that's what he's there for. That's what he's there for. That's his job. So, there's a lot of responsibility on these players and myself at the moment. Because everyone thinks this, you know what it's like. You come into a club and it's like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Well, we've turned around what was a really tough situation, but there's lots more to do. And basically the signs there, you've got a fully committed group of players, that's for sure, and that's a good start.
I know you're saying it's his job, but just how good was that save from Saka?
Yeah, terrific.
Max, we can see from the celebrations just what this point means to Nottingham Forest. How big does it feel up against the league leaders, and particularly with West Ham winning earlier as well?
Yeah, of course, difficult game. Arsenal, top of the league, so I think we gave 100% for a good result. Everybody did everything, and really happy. Of course, it's only 1 point, but it gives a lot of confidence for the next games.
How aware were you of West Ham winning earlier?
I knew it before the game. I don't know the other players, but look, this is a football. We only need to see to ourselves and. And look, last week we won there, so it's good, but we need to keep going. And like I said, today we won a lot of confidence. But next week there is another difficult game. So look, we keep going, and hopefully next week we can win this game in Brentford.
For you personally, you're only the second goalkeeper this season to keep a clean sheet up against Arsenal, along with Alisson. That must be a nice feeling.
Yeah, of course, keeping a clean sheet is always nice. But I think if you saw the whole team and my defense, how they defend today was amazing. So if you not concede, it's always easier to win. So yeah, I'm really happy, and we need to keep going like this.
It must be positive for you to be back starting in this team as well. How strange has it been to find yourself on the bench this season after being such a main part of this team last year? Look,
this is football. I was injured, and they won that game. So yeah, the Gaffas told me like he wanted to keep going with the same team. So I also was working during the week and show that I was ready for when my chance was coming back. And voila, look, I think we did well last week and today. So it's always a team effort, you know. And look, like I said today, really happy for me and for the team and for whole Nottingham.
The point means you're 5 points above West Ham in the table now. How much confidence have you got as a group that you can stay in the Premier League?
Yeah, of course, we need to have confidence. I think, like I said, we need to look to ourselves, not to the other teams around us or under us, and try to take the points for sure at home. Because like today, the support was amazing. So yeah, next home game we need to keep going and voila, give the supporters what they deserve, because they were last year amazing and this season so far as well.
Well done. You're today's player of the match. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
Nottingham Forest 5 points above West Ham after that point today. And Matt Sells there for his team today in the big moments. Lots more reaction to come from the City ground and
the drop zone.